How we doing, everybody? It's Aaron with New Nation here, bringing you another new plugin, Mesosphere Dual Atmosphere Engine. This is kind of similar to Textures, if you've used Textures, the Texture Drone Engine. It's got two samplers, though, instead of just a single sampler engine that you can drag and drop your own samples into and create some pretty cool pads and textures and drones for the background of your music. First things first, I'm just going to go through some of the presets here so you can hear the sound. I'll have the engines pop up here as well so you can kind of see what's going on in there as these presets are playing. Then I'll kind of go through the few other effects and parameters within the plugin, and I'll get out of here in hair. Whoops, my bad, guys. I forgot to go through the engines, but I'll show them to you right now. All right, so let me reset this here. There's also a reset button right here. I don't know why I did that. All right, so here are your sampler engines. Like I said, you can drag and drop away files. You can right-click to load away files from your file browser. And you can double-click on these when you do have a sample loaded to delete the sample that's loaded and load another sample. As for the parameters and knobs and stuff in here, gain, power, pan left and right. This is your sample load window. This will be your loop range window, or your sample range window. This is your sample range window. And this is your loop range window. If you have your loop range window enabled, you have to have loop enabled or it's not going to do anything. This is your reference tone. So say you don't know the key exactly to your wave file that you put in here. You can click the reference tone and it's going to play a simple sine in the key that you're playing so that you can match your sample to that tone. Transpose and detune, these will transpose your sample, detune your sample. Reverse is to reverse the playback of the sample. It'll also reverse the playback of the loop. Again, this is your loop enable. You have to have loop enabled in order to use the loop range window. And this is your loop crossfade. And that's the same for both panels here. So let me go ahead and I'll just bring up my folder. I will drag and drop a sample in here for you. I'll do one in, let's do one in G. Put this down. We'll open up our sample range window. So we're not in C right now. Turn the attack up because we want it to be like a pad. So what I say it was in G, we got to go up 5. That'll put us in C. Now we transpose our sample into C. We want to edit the... I like the way it comes in, so I don't want to edit the sample range, but I do want to edit the loop range. But since I don't have loop enabled, you can see I can't edit my loop in here at all. So go to loop enable. Now I can edit the loop. Put my loop points in here. I'm just going to drag them in. Put the loop crossfade up a little bit. A little too much, but you kind of get the drift. You might want to move these around a little bit, get a little better of a spot. That way it fades in and out really smoothly. And then you can go ahead and do the same thing down here, and that would give you an extra layer on top of your sound. If you want to add even more layers on top of your sound, you can add 2 more for a total of 4 with these oscillators. Both oscillators have a sine, triangle, saw, square, and a noise generator. You can pan these back and forth, detune them, change the octave to kind of add a lot more dimension to your sound. The filter here is just a parametric EQ that's a draggable filter panel. So you can click on here, add as many nodes as you'd like, right click to delete any bands or all bands, right click any band to edit the type of band that it is or delete that band as well. This is your envelope, your AHDSR, pretty self-explanatory. These are a few LFOs for your sound. These are gain LFOs, so your classic LFOs. You can choose between sine, triangle, saw, square, and random again. And that goes for both LFOs. The stereo image here. This can make your sound up to 200% more of a dimensional stereo sound. Or it can make it a mono sound. So the auto pan is just like the LFOs. It's a simple LFO, but instead of being a gain LFO, it's a pan LFO. You can pick between sine, triangle, saw, square, and random again, just like you can on the LFOs, but this is going to give you a cool dimensional sound between the left and right speakers. Delay and reverb, pretty self-explanatory. Delay is going to give you the delay effect. Reverb is going to give you the reverb effect, the room size, the dampening, the width. The left and the right times on the delay are tempo synced. And then we have the wet filter here, which is just like the regular filter over here, except this only affects the wet signal of the delay and the reverb. Here, I'll add another sound in here, actually, and we'll make something sweet before we get out of here. Let me just grab something random, like smooth eggs. It's already in C. That makes it pretty easy. Turn the volume up on here. Let's change the loop location. Something kind of like this. We're going to change the sample location to the range anyway, so that we can reverse it. And I'm actually going to use that as the main sound and use this one as the background. We made a simple, trippy, weird pad here. Go back to the presets. I do have the the factory presets in here as view only. So if you want to make your own presets, you'll just have to come over here, click add, make a category like user presets. Click OK. Go to user presets now, hit add, and save your new preset name. Hit OK, and then you can save your preset. Alright guys, that's the end of this one here. I hope you guys enjoyed the plugin. Leave the comments, questions, concerns, anything below in the comments. I'll get to you when I can. Hopefully you like the new plugin. Get it now on the website, down in the link below. And enjoy that, and have a good day, sir.